Howdy once again everyone, and to celebrate the end of 2025, I thought it might be fun to give out some end of year award things once again. These are awards for the best lenses I have tested over the past year. There have been some really interesting new optics hitting the market, and it's been a lot of fun testing them all out, from super bright portrait lenses, great value ultra wides, and autofocus anamorphic lenses as well. There have been over 100 new lens reviews this year on this channel, and I reached the milestone of my 1000th just a few weeks ago, not to mention all the many exclusive videos I've been putting out for Patreon supporters. And as usual, these awards are not to be taken too seriously. Come on people, no fanboys in the comment section, okay? Also, I can only include lenses I've actually tested in this video. Of course, there are one or two that have slipped through the net here and there. Yes, a review of the new Canon 45mm f1.2 is coming, everyone. And also there are links to my full reviews in the description below, as well as affiliate links if you'd like to buy one, which supports this channel a little bit, which is always awesome. First up, my favourite zoom lens of the year. It's Sony's time to shine today. Their incredible 28-70mm f2 just missed the cutoff date for last year's awards, so I'm gonna sneak it into this video as it really is a massive achievement for them, a brilliant optic. But even more amazing, if you can afford such a thing, has been their 50-150mm f2. This lens completely blew me away. It's fantastically sharp, very versatile, and offers gorgeous images and flexibility, of course. If you're a wedding, events, or sports photographer or portrait photographer, then this is the lens to aspire to. Honourable mentions in this category have to go to the handful of fantastic Sigma lenses though. Their 17-40mm f1.8 aps-c lens almost got the prize here, as it's absolutely brilliant, everything we could have hoped for as a sequel to the older 18-35 f1.8. Their 20-200mm super zoom lens is loads of fun as well, and their 300-600mm f4 is a brilliant idea too, executed fantastically well. Next, my favourite telephoto lens of the year, and, well, I just mentioned it, the awesome Sigma 300-600mm f4. While it's somewhat heavyweight is a bit of a burden, still, getting out in the field and actually using this thing is a blast. It's such a good idea to add zoom functionality to a 600mm f4, and its build and image quality and comparatively low price are all very exciting indeed. I absolutely love to see lens companies innovating while offering great value for money, and this lens does both of those things with plenty of flair. And now for my favourite wide-angle lens of the year, and there have been a few. Couple of honourable mentions first. Viltrox have offered some amazing value for money options here in their 9mm f2.8 lens for aps-c cameras and their 14mm f4 for full frame shooters. A lot of photographers like the idea of having such a wide lens available in their kit bags, but only shoot with them rarely enough to not want to spend too much money on them. So these two options fit the bill nicely for anyone on a budget who wants an ultra wide for an emergency. As for the winner though, I'm going to offer two winners for you actually. My favourite wide-angle lens for full-frame cameras this year is the Schneider-Kreuznach Samyang 14-24mm f2.8. Not only is it brilliantly sharp, it's also very versatile, lightweight, offers a front filter thread, and it's great value for money as well. It's not only wide-angle lens of the year, it has to be the manufacturer collaboration of the century. And over in the land of aps-c cameras comes the beautiful little Sigma 12mm f1.4. I was crazy about this lens. Its images are gorgeous, its sharpness fantastic, its build quality and fast autofocus exactly what you need, and it too is very good value for money. Honestly, this lens is addictive to use, and it could be very useful for video making as well. When it comes to the best low-budget lens, well, I'm going to offer three options here according to your needs. The aforementioned Viltrox 9mm f2.8 and 14mm f4 are amazing ultra-wide-angle lenses for aps-c and full-frame cameras respectively. They are decently sharp, small and light, have autofocus, and come in at a very low price. Honestly, if you need a decent quality, inexpensive, ultra-wide angle lens, there's no excuse for not having one of these things in your camera bag. Viltrox also launched a beautiful little 85mm f2 lens this year, which is excellent value for money, but for portrait photographers on a low budget, I'm actually going to give the award to the new Meike 85mm f1.8 SE2. The Meike lens isn't quite as nice as the Viltrox option, which is a bit sharper with better build quality, but the Meike lens is brighter and comes in at an even lower price, so for the super budget conscious among you, this is the portrait lens for you. I was really pleased with its image quality, and Meike in general are a manufacturer who have been coming along in leaps and bounds the past couple of years. Next up, the weirdest lens of the year. It's been a quiet year for weird lens reviews, to be honest, which is a bit of a shame, but I was quite amused by the Retropia 32mm f10 Oreo cookie lens. Apparently this thing is made out of recycled disposable film cameras, even down to its tiny lens. I loved its interesting look too. Its image quality? Appalling as expected, but honestly, this thing is intended as a cheap, simple bit of fun with a fixed focus and no lens controls whatsoever, and testing it was a good excuse for me to go and buy a pack of Oreo cookies to decorate the video's thumbnail with, which I then of course got to eat. Next, the most bokeh-tastic lens of the year. When it comes to the lens with the best out-of-focus backgrounds, well, that's rather a subjective thing, so obviously don't freak out if you disagree with my own choice here, but honestly, the new Sigma 135mm f1.4 was an amazing surprise of an optic whose images absolutely blew me away. Those backgrounds are not only deeply out of focus, but they look gorgeous at the same time. The Sigma 200mm f2 is also an absolutely brilliant option here for getting deeply out of focus backgrounds in your images, as is its cheaper competitor, the Laowa 200mm f2, but I personally prefer portrait images shot at wider angles than 200mm. Such a telephoto focal length kind of compresses your backgrounds away into oblivion. At 135mm, the background is at least a little bit more involved in your final image, which is why it's such a classic portrait focal length. Next, a new category, my favourite video or cine lens of the year, and I've been testing an awful lot of them. Even though they're expensive, I loved the NiSi Aureus lens set that I tested out a couple of months ago, as their image quality, consistency and amazing build quality make them a very nice choice for a production with a bit more money behind it, which is looking for conventional cine lenses with very bright apertures. But my favourite cine lenses this year were something far different. The three Sirui Astra full-frame autofocus anamorphic lenses are a ridiculous amount of fun and show some real innovation. Their image sharpness technically is not so great, as is often the case with anamorphic lenses, but boy are they fun to use, and the footage they capture for you is so interesting. With their latest firmware update, their autofocus systems work fairly well too. I absolutely love to see companies innovating here, offering us something new and different. Next up, the worst lens at the end. This was an easy choice, the Canon RF 75-300mm f4.5 to 5.6. I couldn't believe that Canon basically repackaged their ancient 75-300mm lens from the 1990s here, a lens that already had a bad enough reputation, and just let it loose on the RF system. From its terrible image quality down to its dreadful autofocus, this is a lens that needed to stay back in the 1990s where it belongs. Okay, next up, the People's Choice Award, as voted for on my channel community page. Normally, I leave the casting vote for this one to my Patreon supporters, but I didn't bother this time, as the top lens here won by a landslide. You wonderful people absolutely love the Sigma 17-40mm f1.8, and what a brilliant piece of kit for aps-c camera owners it really is. We were all waiting years for an update to Sigma's classic 18-35mm f1.8 lens, and Sigma came out with an option that's smaller and lighter, sharper, and has a better zoom range as well. Honestly, if you're on the market for a really special standard zoom lens for your aps-c camera, then this is 100% the one you want to get. It's pretty unique as well. And finally, the always controversial Sharpest lens of 2024. Well, that I tested anyway. Plenty of great contenders here and honourable mentions. The win almost went to the Canon RF 70-200mm f2.8 Z. My gosh, that thing is ridiculously sharp, even on my 32 megapixel aps-c camera, not to mention full frame. But it was actually announced back in October last year, so it's a little bit too old for this list. The new Sony 100mm f2.8 macro lens is ridiculously sharp as well, but I decided that its maximum aperture of f2.8 wasn't quite ambitious enough for a prime lens in order to give it the win here. After going through my hard drives and re-examining my test results, the prize I've decided will go to the incredible Sigma 135mm f1.4. Not only is it a fantastically sharp optic straight from its maximum aperture, but it gets absolutely incredible when stopped down just a little, even into its image corners. And, well, it's a very ambitious lens design as well, something quite different, a big reach for Sigma, which is what tipped my final decision in its favour. Okay, well, that's it for this year. Thanks for watching, everyone, and I look forward to the usual chaos in the comment section down below. It has been a rough year financially over here in the test lab. The dollar's fall in value against the pound seems to have translated into a considerable loss of earnings for me, so I'd like to say a big thank you to all my Patreon supporters who are basically keeping everything afloat here right now so I can keep this channel going. Appreciate you. Have a great Christmas, everyone. God bless you guys and gals, and here's to a very exciting 2026.